All right, welcome back. So now in this session, I want to show you how to make this into here and then create a couple linear components of this ring. So this ring, we want to mate it inside of this rod right here. So let's go ahead and do that. So come over here under the mate section and let's do the mating between this inner face right here and the outer rod right here. Okay, and you're going to see that they're coincident to each other. They're exactly the same size. And my ring moves over here. Now click on accept, and you're gonna notice now that because it already picked concentric to each other, and that's why it made some, and that's exactly what I wanted. Now you did this, but you're still able to move this ring back and forth from here to here. Okay, so let's go ahead and we want to mate. Now the only direction we can go is up and down. Whenever you're doing concentric, it kind of erases at least two of your moving axes. So for example, I can't go back and forth, I can go left and right. All I could do is go up and down. So as long as I lock this somehow up and down and not allow it to rotate somehow, that's the only way we can get this to be fully defined. Again, fully defined is really not important in this, especially if you want to leave some of these features rotatable. So for example, if I want to keep this so that I'm able to rotate it, I will keep this under defined. All right, so let's go ahead and change this. Mate this top surface, this bottom surface over here to the bottom of your, or the top of your base, and we'll bring it all the way down, and that will allow it to be coincident to the bottom of that face. Okay, so you can click on OK over here, and there you go. So that's kind of acts as a stack of, so this base and this rod along with this ring over here are acting as the basically what you're doing is you're putting rings inside of that rod and you're collecting all of them. Well, say I want to do this 10 times. I want to fill this up with 10 different rings, but would you sit in place, insert every single ring in here, or do you want a different method of doing that? You want something that is very easy to do and you can just do it really easily and stack them up on top of each other. Well, let's do this one. There's one way to do this, and if you, after you mate them, you already know that your ring is going to be here. You want to just add 10 more rings over here really quickly without having to do a lot of work. So you can come over here and use the linear component pattern. All right. So if you just want one ring, you can do one ring. You can do 20 rings, as many as you like. So first, the direction. Let's go ahead and click on one of the lines over here, but the direction is down. I definitely want direction to be up. Let's go ahead and click on reverse direction. All right, next thing to do is I want to select the component that I want to do a linear to, and it's this component right here. All right, so now I have it 5 inches. Now I believe this is ½ an inch, so let's go ahead and type in ½ an inch over here, and I believe this is, yeah, there you go. So it is ½ an inch because now I see 1, 2, 3, and 4 components, which is exactly how much we picked. And let's go ahead and fill this up all the way to the top. So I'm going to keep pressing the up button over here until they fill all the way up. And then that fit 19. And then click on OK. And look at that. Now that rod fit 19 rings all on top of each other. Okay. And so they can still actually be rotated. As you can see right here, I can still rotate all of these parts left and right. You can barely see them, but you can see the shadow moving on the left side over here when I'm rotating these parts back and forth. But there you go, you just filled up your entire rod with rings without having to sit and mate every single one of them, because you've already taken one part that is already mated the way that you want it to be mated, and you multiplied it by 19 times and you filled up the entire thing. Now this is the same exact method if you want to insert 19 rings in here and mate them all twice to this the bottom base or to each other. So you basically have to mate one to this, the next one you gotta mate it to this one, the next one you gotta mate it to the one before it, and that's why this is time consuming. In SolidWorks, especially as a designer, you want to learn the best methods to creating mates where you can save as much time as you can. Some of these components and some of these designs can be very complex, and you want to make sure that you save as much time as you can while you're designing those. So there you go. We've learned how to do the linear component as part of an exercise, and we've done, we've multiplied this by 19 times to finish off mates in this session of SolidWorks assembly.